Alright, for the next part of the build, I'm going to be doing the rear crankshaft oil seal and cover gasket. I usually buy these as a kit. They come with all the bolts you need, the gasket, new seals, and they're really pretty cheap to buy them brand new. This is something I probably wouldn't waste my time buying used unless it's like $5. What I'm doing here is nothing rocket science or new. In my opinion, if you can read a book, watch a video, you can build an engine at home, a stock one. This is just simple putting pieces together and torquing it down to spec. Plenty of books, plenty of videos. Like I said, you can do this at home. It's really no big deal. All you should have to do is pay a machine shop to do your machine work. And you should be able to plastic gauge an engine if you want, do your ring clearances, do whatever you want. But for the most part, this is easy stuff. Alright, thing you don't want to forget about when you build an LS motor, especially going with a bare block, do not forget to put the barbell in. If you do not put this in, you will have no oil pressure. Let's take a little bit of lube, whatever it is, trans gels, what I'm using here. You can use grease, oil, whatever. Just put a little bit of lube in there, then lube the back of the hole where it goes in, and the barbell will fit snug, but it will go in. Oops, right there, it sticks out just a hair. Let me wipe my fingers off. And the back plate will be what holds the barbell in. On the GM engines, the LS, you need to align your rear covers up, keep them square. If you have the seal on there, that kind of helps you a little bit. There's already a little bit of grease on there because it'll center itself up with the crankshaft seal. Alright, she started on there. And then if you have a special tool, I have one at work, but I don't have one here. You can just use an oil pan, set it on there. This is an old ls7 pan here. Just set it on there and lift your cover up to meet the oil pan. Once it's up there, just tighten all the bolts, torque them down. They torque down to 22 foot-pounds. Alright, I got the rear plate cover on. Ended up having to pull the motor partially off the stand and getting the bolts torqued down. But anyways, the thing that's going to make this engine a little faster than 505 horsepower is this camshaft right here. Part number 88958773. It's a GM Stage 3 ls7 cam. And on the dyno it's been shown to put out an extra 90 horsepower over the stock ls7 camshaft. So I'm going to try this camshaft. The truck currently has a 3600 stall in it. And I'm hoping that's enough for this cam. I will find out before I install this engine into the car. If I need a bigger stall, I will get one. This camshaft here, brand new. I did find it on eBay. A guy that bought it ended up changing his mind on it because it is a very radical, aggressive camshaft. So I'm going to go ahead and install this now. I like to use the heavy engine assembly lube like I used on the rod bolts. I'm going to just coat all these with a quick coating of this, then spread it around. Alright, got this mostly lubed up here with that heavy assembly lube. Go ahead and start it in. I just put new cam bearings in this motor, engine, whatever you want to call it. So I guess we'll find out how good of a job I did. Putting in a camshaft is not the funnest thing sometimes, especially with new cam bearings. Alright, need to finish lubing up the camshaft here. I'm ready to shove it in the rest of the way. Alright, she's in and spinning, so I must have done a decent job of getting the cam bearings in. Alright, the next step in this is to put the cam retainer on. Just insert that on there. Camshaft from walking out. And these torque down to 11 foot-pounds. The the Torx head bolts do. The hex heads have a different torque spec than the Torx head. So I like to get the gun and just slightly run them down tight and then torque them down. Do it in a crisscross pattern. Like that. Already got the timing chain on, got my bolts that I don't think are right for this, but they're going to work for temporary. And then one thing you don't want to forget is put your chain guide on. This is a used one, but it looks brand new. So I'm going to go ahead and reuse it. I'm going to put a dab of blue Loctite in there. And these go right, this goes right here. And these torque down to 18 foot-pounds. Alright, and then oil pump. It's just a factory LS oil pump. It's not an ls7. I think it's a LS. It's either a 2 or a 3. I can't remember what it is. You just want to put a little dab of Loctite on these bolts as well. Don't want them backing out. Then you want to center the pump with your bolts. There'll be a little bit of a gap around them. Unless you have the factory little plastic retainers that sometimes come on. Find the center. And these go down to 18 foot-pounds as well. Alright, and that's it for the timing chain and the oil pump. Next time I'll show you how to put the hot rod windage tray on here that comes with the hot rod oil pan. It will have to be spaced out due to the 4-inch stroke of an LS crank. It will hit the windage tray. I'll show you that next time. And I'll either buy some spacers or make some to go on the studs here. And we'll get that bolted down, get the oil pan set on, and hopefully the front cover on, and then we'll be on our way to putting lifters and heads on.